Rain by Steven Cousler. The first person you kill on this job isn't a bounty. It's the man you used to be. The man I am now hadn't felt this old in years. Ever since Jax killed the senator, the city's never been the same. Hunting for bounties isn't easy money. A lot of the time you don't even get paid. The guy who hires you is just as likely to rip you off as soon as shoot you once all is done. I scan the wet streets below, picking apart the details. A man with an orange umbrella. 2 women huddling under a neon sign. A little boy standing over a still man in the rain. So many people. I used to think that made it hard to find someone, but everyone's a little different from everyone else. The way they take their coffee, the way they flirt with the hover rail attendant, the way they walk home, shoulders sagging from work. It's the hitch in their step, the twitch in their eye, the shaking in their hands that gives them away. Like everyone says, it's the little things. I see him. Not my target. A goon. A cheap hired thug. He's carrying a leather bag over his shoulder. He almost drops it and I flinch. It's hard to rattle me these days, but not impossible. I watch as he enters the target's apartment and I start my timer. 1:40 seconds. I wait. Over the years, people's requests have been much the same. Go here, shoot them, get out. I have one rule. Tell me why. When I was partnered with Jax, he'd started it, asked them for the price and why they needed the target dead. He wouldn't judge or comment, and I was smart enough to keep my mouth shut. After Jax left, I just kept it up. Funny, I never thought to ask the question of him. 1 minute to go. I keep an eye on the upper windows of the building for any signs of escape, but there's nothing. I have a hard time believing Jax has lost his edge. He was the best. In many ways, still is. He wanted to leave the life, get out after the government job went wrong. It wasn't the same after Telia died that night. She could always get us to laugh, get Jax to laugh. How she found herself down in the gutters of the world with us, I'll never know. Jax claimed she told him her story once. 30 seconds remain. My goon has left the building. I don't pace. I don't tap my foot. I can't remember the last time I felt anxious about a job. I'm not anxious right now. Or am I? Part of me wants this all to fail, for him to make it. But the rest of me knows I can't get soft for one job. I start doing that and I'll be picked up by one of the gangs before the week is out. Still, that doesn't stop me from regretting tonight. There are always things you wish would never happen, yet somehow they still do. I just never imagined that I would be the one doing them. A door opens on the roof. I pull my rifle from the sling on my back and take a look through the scope. I know that face. I've known it for years. A voice in my head shouts for me to warn him, to tell him what's about to happen. He looks contemplative. Hands in his pockets, gaze fixed on a point in the distance. He got like that after Telia died. I always wondered what he was thinking about. I wonder that now more than ever. 10 seconds. I know I should move, but I can't pull my eye from the scope. I watch my friend pace back and forth across the rooftop. He's wearing a suit, a businessman. He said he wanted to do it right, although I never quite understood the it he was referring to. He turns and pauses, looking right at me. There's no way he can see me from this angle, not where I'm hiding. But somehow, some way, he does. 5 seconds. He cocks his head confused before a smile of understanding dawns across his face. He shakes his head, then he walks back inside. I pack my things up, shaking droplets from my coat. A moment later, his apartment explodes. Glass and debris mix with the rain as it falls to the streets, my collar up, turned against both as I head off for another job. Rain by Steven Cousler.